Hello everyone, this is Mem Sam. I hope you can hear me clearly. So for today we're going to do some practice exercises and how to evaluate functions. So please find a conducive place to study. Find a place where you can focus. Get your pen, your paper, your whiteboard, or your marker. Because I don't just want you to watch, I want you to practice so you can effectively learn. So practice makes progress, right? So we don't have to be perfect immediately, but we need to make progress. So that's what's important. So I want you to pause first whenever you are seeing a new problem set, and then you try to answer it on your own, and then play after you answer and see if we have the same solution and we have the same answer. In that way, if you got it correctly, then very good. And if you did not, get it right away. It's fine. You just watch how I do it, and then you practice again until you um, are familiar with how to do or with how to solve that particular problem. So the next time that you would encounter that kind of problem, then you would be able to solve it. So without further ado, let us start. So as I am always mentioning, there are two skills that you need for you to accurately solve or evaluate functions. So number one, you have to know the rules of integers. So not just familiarize, you have to master. So you have to master the rules of integers. So we have two rules. So integers, ano po bang integers? Integers are positive and negative numbers, right? So in addition or subtraction, what are you going to do? If you are seeing two numbers with positives and negative signs, then you have to look if the signs are the same or not. So that's what you're gonna do first. So if the signs are the same, so you get those numbers, you add them, and then in your final answer, you decide what sign are you going to put. So since they are the same, you're just going to copy their sign. But if you are having two numbers with different signs, one is positive, one is negative, then you're going to get those numbers, you subtract them, just like how you subtract the usual way. You subtract the bigger number to the smaller number. And then in your final answer, you will decide what sign are you going to put in your final answer. So you're going to follow the sign of the bigger number. Okay? So in multiplication and division, you just multiply and divide the numbers as per usual. You take the numbers, disregard first the signs, you just multiply and divide normally, and then for your final answer, you decide what sign you will follow, okay? If they have or if the numbers have same signs, then your final answer the sign of your final answer should always be positive. And if you are multiplying or dividing with different signs, then the sign of your final answer will always be negative. Now, in addition to that, if you are seeing double negatives, so if you're seeing double negation, like for example, minus minus and or wait a minute, I think, or maybe we can have fraction and fraction. So negative in the numerator and then negative in the denominator. So if you're seeing double negation, you have to make it positive. So for example, -5 minus -3. So double negative, minus, minus. So what are you going to do? -5 plus 3. You're going to make that positive. Okay? So -5 plus 3 is -2. Okay, how about um -3, -4. So since the numerator is negative and the denominator is positive, then you make it 3/4. Whenever there's double negatives, you make it positive. Okie dokes. So another skill that you need is the order of operations. So if there are so many numbers in line, so many operations, what do you need to solve first? So you need to solve first everything that is inside the group, parentheses, brackets, or whatsoever. And then after that, you will solve all the exponents. Kahit yung exponent na yun ay nasa dulo, nasa gitna, nasa unahan, basta ganun, hahanapin mo muna lahat or isosolve mo muna lahat ng nasa loob ng parentheses. Pag nasolve mo na ng lahat ng yun, hahanapin mo lahat ng exponents, tapos evaluate mo lahat ng exponents. Ano nga po ulit pag sinabi natin exponents? So, exponent, it tells you how many times you will multiply the base to itself, no? So if it's 2 raised to 4, then it means that you will multiply 2 4 times, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? And then after exponents, now this is a common misconception. Minsan talagang kahit for example, 8 divided by 2 times 3. So, uunahin nila yung 2 times 3 bago yung 8 divided by 2 kasi M muna bago D. But that's a common misconception. So, ang M at D, kaya yan magkatabi, kaya ko yan pinagtabi. They are a team. And then A and S, they are a team as well. So, if you are seeing multiplication or division, maalin sa kanila, okay lang na mauna. Basta, you are going to solve from left to right. So, kapag ganyan, hindi mo unahin si 2 times 3, ang uunahin mo si 8 divided by 2. Okay po? So, 8 divided by 2, 4 times 3. 4 times 3, 12. So, ganun po tayo mag-ano, ha? And then, pag nauubos mo na lahat ng multiplication at lahat ng division, ang isusunod mo naman ay lahat ng i-add at lahat ng isusubtract. Ganun din po yun. Nasa isang team sila, no? Maalin man ang mauna, addition man or subtraction, basta from left to right, masosolve po natin yan. Okay? Hindi porket, for example, um, for example, 12 minus 3 plus 4. Ang uunahin mo muna, 3 plus 4, hindi po. So, ito muna. So, maalin dyan? Maalin ang mauna? Subtraction man or addition. Okay po? So, these are the two skills that you need for you to accurately answer and to quickly solve for the functions. So, let's try and let's start with a word problem. So, the function, as you can remember, we have an input and we have an output, right? An input, these are the numbers where we replace the x with. And output, these are the numbers that we get after solving the equation, correct? So in this word problem, our function is this one. T of D is equal to 10D plus 20. So our input here is D. So this is our input. Where D is the depth in kilometers. So D is the depth in kilometers and T is the temperature. So our input is what? Is it the depth or is it the temperature? So you have to know that as well. Whenever you're having word problems, you have to know which one is the input, which one is the output. So in our case, the depth here, since it's written like this, then D is depth and D is depth, like this. D is depth written here as per the given, then our input is the depth. And our output, of course, this one, our function, is our temperature. Okay, so what are we going to do? Find the temperature at 5 km, 20 km, and 30 km. So if our depth is 5 km, if our input is 5 km, what will be our output? So just like how we do it, so you're just going to replace all. So if this is our function, medyo naiba lang siya, no? Instead na x, naging d. Pero ganun pa rin ang process nun. I always tell you, nag-iiba-iba lang yan ang itsura. But the process, ganun pa rin ang gagawin. So, wag kayong kakabahan, no? So, T of D is equal to 10D plus 20. If our input is 5, then what are we going to do? We're just going to replace all the D's with 5 equals 10 times 5 plus 20. And then we do GEMDAS. Do we multiply first or do we add first 5 plus 20? GEMDAS. So, mauuna ang multiplication. 10 times 5, 50 plus 20. And then, our output is 70. So, ibig sabihin, if we input 5 to the function, the output will be 70. Kapag daw ang depth ay 5 km, ang degree Celsius ay 70. Ayan, ang temperature daw ay 70 degrees Celsius. Pag naman daw 20 kilometers ang ating input, what are we going to do? So, ganun. If D is 20, then we are just going to replace all the D's with 20s. So, 20 times 10, para lang yung 2 times 1, tas dadagdag mo na lang yung 0. No? So, 20 times 10, 200. Plus 20, 220. So, our output is 220 degrees Celsius. How about if our input is 30 kilometers? Then, anong gagawin natin? You're just going to replace all the D's with 30. 10 times 30 plus 20. And then, GEMDAS, anong mauuna? Okay, so 300 plus 20 equals 320. So if our input is 30 km, then our output would be 320 degrees Celsius. Next one. So, given this function, find g of 9. So, g of 9, anong kamukha niya dito sa function? Ito, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung 9 na yan, yan yung ating x. And that x is our, what again? Input or output? Our input. Okay. Don't forget to pause first, ha? And then play na lang after you finish. Okay. So, here's the solution. So if our x is 9, then we're just going to substitute all the x's with 9s. Square root of 3 times 9 minus 2. So you solve first. Huwag muna kayong kabahan sa square root. So solve nyo muna lahat ng nasa loob. Try nyong gawing single number lang. So 3 times 9, 27. Minus 2. What is 27 minus 2? 25. What is the square root of 25? Square root of 25 is 5. Diba? Ang square root, kabaliktaran niya na square. Diba? Pag in-square mo, 5 times 5, diba? 5 squared, 25. So, ganun po. Okay? So, if your input in this function, g of x is equal to square root of 3x minus 2, if you input 9, then your output will be 5. Next one. Pause the video and then just play after. Here's the solution. So, evaluate the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 2 at f of 2x minus 3. So, medyo kakaiba to, no? Hindi single number ang ating ipapalit dito sa input, kundi binomial. So, 2x plus 3 ang ating input. Ganun lang din yung proseso, nag-iba lang ng itsura. Papalitan natin lahat ng x natin ng 2x plus 3. 2x minus 3 rather is equal to, nakita nyo, pinalitan ko yan. So, itong x na to, magiging 2x minus 3. Dahil siya ay binomial, siya ay lahat i-square ko kasi siya ang katumbas ng x na yan. Tama? Minus 2 times yung x ulit na yan, papalitan natin ng 2x minus 3 plus 2. Tapos, ganun lang. Anong gagawin natin pagka may ganyan? We're going to do, you're just going to distribute, no? Pag binomial, square of binomial, pag dalawa lang yan, binomial, square of binomial, anong gagawin mo? So, i-square mo, for example, a minus b squared or a plus b squared. So, a squared, tapos, for example, a plus b squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So, ganun ang gagawin natin. Or, pwede naman na para hindi nyo nakabisaduhin tong mga to, di yung long method, no? Para alam ng lahat. Di ba pwede natin yung i-multiply? So, di ba ang ibig sabihin niyan, dalawang beses mo imumultiply yan sa sarili niya. So, 2x minus 3, tapos isa pang 2x minus 3. Di ba ganyan yan, no? Dumami lang yung nasa loob, pero parehas lang. Di ba? Ang exponent, gano'n ang ibig sabihin. Minus 2 times 2x minus 3 plus 2. Tapos, i-FOIL method nyo na lang, i-distribute nyo na lang, para hindi na kayo mahirapan dito, no? Okay, so 2x times 2x, anong sagot? Tapos, 2x times 3, negative 3, ganon, ha? 2x times 2x, edi 4x squared. So, review kayo, bakit naging x squared yan? Paki-review po ang laws of exponents. Ayan, sa algebra. So, paki-review po yun. So, 4x squared. Tapos, ito namang 2x doon sa negative 3. 2x times 3, negative 3, magiging negative 6x. Tapos, ito naman. Okay, negative 6x ulit. Tama? Negative 6x. Tapos, negative 3 times negative 3, positive 9. And then, ito naman ang evaluate natin. Negative 2, negative 2, dito yan. I-multiply mo na siya. Negative 2 times 2x, negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3, positive 6 plus 2. Tapos, you're just going to combine like terms. Ano ba yung magkakaparehas dyan? Okay, yung magkakaparehas dyan, syempre, yung pare-parehas ng exponent. Si 4x, may kasama ba siya? 4x squared, hindi mo pwede combine yan dito kay 4x kasi may exponent siyang 2. So, 4x squared lang yan. O, ito, pwede natin pagsamahin lahat ng mga x, no? Negative 6, negative 6, negative 6, tas negative 4. O, ito muna, negative 6, negative 6, magiging negative 12. Kasi ipag-add mo, same sign, di ba? Same sign sila. So, i-add mo, tapos just copy the sign. Negative 12, tapos negative 4, negative 16. Di magiging negative 16x yan. Plus, ito naman, itong mga to. 9 plus 6 plus 2. So, what is 9 plus 6? 15. Plus 2, 17. So, our answer is this one. Ayan. So, ganito po ang magiging sagot natin. So, pagka po medyo nag-lalag, ibig sabihin po, hindi nyo pa siguro na master or nakalimutan nyo na siguro paki-review. Maraming resources dyan online. So, you go back to those topics. A FOIL method, tsaka laws of exponents. So, yun yung mga kailangan natin para masagot ito. Okay? Hindi lang basta GEMDAS, hindi lang basta rules of integers. So, may ganyan. Okay, next. So here's the solution. So our input is -3, so we will replace all our x's with -3. So f of -3, the function, if we input -3, it will be 5 times 3 minus 7, and then 3 times -3 pala, -3 minus 2. Sabi ko sa inyo, nag-iiba lang ang itsura pero parehas lang ang ginagawa. O, yung sa taas muna ang unahin natin. Siyempre, anong mauuna? Multiply mo muna ba o minus mo muna? Siyempre, multiply mo muna. Pag nagmumultiply ka, you just multiply the usual way, 5 times 3, 15. And then you decide anong sign. So, since hindi sila parehas ng sign, edi negative. Tapos minus 7. Dito rin. Okay, 3 times -3, hindi sila parehas ng sign. Anong magiging answer niyan? Di negative. Tapos 3 times 3, 9. Tapos minus 2. Okay, may dalawa tayong nakikitang number. Parehas po ba ng sign? Yes, parehas po. Ano po ang sagot? 15. So, anong gagawin natin pag parehas ang sign? You're going to add itong mga number na to. 'Di ba? Huwag niyo munang pansinin yung mga sign. So, pagkatapos niyo makita kung parehas o magkaiba yung sign, so mag-decide kayo kung i-add ba o i-subtract. So, magkaparehas yan, so i-add natin, no? So, what is 15 minus 7? 15 minus 7? 15 plus 7. So, 15 plus 5, 20. May matitirang 2, 22. So, -22 because you're just going to copy the sign. And then, -9 tsaka -2 parehas ng sign. So, you're just going to add as well. So, 9 plus 2, 11. Tapos, copy the sign. Oops, may nakita tayong double negative. Anong gagawin natin pag may nakakita ng negative, double negative? Ginagawa nating positive. Kaya pa po bang i-lowest term ito? Kaya pa po yan. So, 22 tsaka 11, parehas natin sila makikita sa multiplication table of 11. So, 11 times 1 is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. So, 2 over 1 or just 2.